Live your life within the moment, and don't go wait until the morning. You never know when it is over. All that I know is we'll get older. So let us dance this night away.
Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel for the second time. And I say for the second time because this is the second time I've voice-overed this video. And let me explain why. It has been a week, and I guess I overshared and vented a little bit to you guys, and it just came off very negative to me. And I don't ever want to come off negative. Okay, did you guys just hear that? Go back if you didn't and listen to that clip. Right when I paused, I was doing so anyway, welcome back for the third time because it's the third time I've came back to do my voiceover, but I was talking to you guys and I could hear someone screaming, and it was like I'm hurt, somebody's coming at me, help type of scream, and then Flash starts barking. So I put my laptop down, I run to the back window because that's where I hear this, and there are two boys in my backyard, and they're fine. They're just walking through, but don't know who they are. Never seen the kids before in my life. We live in a peaceful neighborhood. Don't know what that was about, but they weren't hurt. But anyway, it's been about 10 minutes because it woke Allie up. She came in here and she got Flash because he was laying here asleep next to me, and of course that got him all riled up and excited. So anyway, Allison was like, "Mom, what was that?" And I was like, "I probably got it in my voiceover. Let's listen." So we went back and listened, and she was like, "Leave it in there." I was like, "Okay." But oh gosh, that's just what kind of week I've had. What I was saying is I came off negative. I don't ever want to come across negative to you guys. At the same time, I always want to be real, and I always want to let you know that you're not alone. If you're struggling, if you're having a bad week, if you're unmotivated, any of those things, you are not alone. I seem like I'm a ball of energy on these videos. I get that. When I'm editing back, I'm like, oh my gosh, I had way too much energy. Like, where's all that energy at? I realize that I do come across like, I've got this, I can do all things, there's nothing I can't do, I've got all this energy, all this stuff. I get it. But you all see about 30 minutes of my day or 30 minutes of every other day, and I don't always have this energy. I've been so unmotivated. I feel like I've had the breath knocked out of me this week. I feel useless. I feel like I've been doing this kitchen for weeks, and I have. And I feel like I've let him down. I feel like he probably is thinking, is she ever going to finish? But at the same time, I remind myself, I started this kitchen. I stopped and did Bella's room. Then I stopped and did Jalen's room. Then I stopped and I decorated it for Christmas. And then I decorated Shonda's house for Christmas. And I've been doing a million other things, being a mom, all these things. And I do have to give myself some grace. With that being said, this is on Wednesday, and I took a break from every other thing I was doing, and I tried to refocus on my main priority, and that is, other than being a mom, is this kitchen. I need to get this kitchen finished. I'm the type of person that if I had started this kitchen, I would have had it done in 2 days had I worked nonstop on it and had a little bit of help from Heather because, you know, she helps me out so much. But that wasn't the case. Y'all know she's back to work, and she's had a crazy couple of weeks at work, and I'll get to that in a few minutes too. But I got sidetracked and I started other projects, and I would do this and that in this room and that room, and then go here and go there, and Christmas and all this stuff. And then it almost seemed like this kitchen wasn't fun for me anymore. Like, it was a dread. Like, oh, I need to go work on these cabinets. This house was my uncle's house, my mom's brother, Debbie's brother that passed away. This was his house before my brother bought it from him. So he lived here for years, like as long as I can remember, pretty much. I spent a lot of time here. I spent a lot of time with him and his wife at the time and his kids. They had babies in this house, and I just spent a lot of time here. It was a lot of fun times, and there were times that it wasn't so fun. And, you know, it was real life for them, and they went through a lot together, and I have some good memories, and I have some bad memories. But Jake was always so good to me. My parents were homebodies, and they didn't take vacations, and they didn't go do a whole lot. They just worked their butt off and came home. And that's basically all I did with them. And had it not been for Jake, I would have never seen the ocean. I would have never went to, Dollywood and camping and all these places that Jake took me to. So I told Heather, I said, when I'm in this house and I have people with me and around me, I'm fine. When I'm in this house by myself, I struggle and I feel this overwhelming sadness. I don't like to be here alone. Not that anything's happened, and I guess all the memories flood back and it makes me miss him so much. But I just can't stay here long at a time by myself. Not that I'm scared, and not that, anything like that's going on. It's just, I can't explain it. It just brings back a lot of memories, happy memories. It makes me miss him. And I just have a hard time when I'm here by myself. I can't explain it. I don't know how to put it in words to tell you all what's going on when I'm here by myself. Not that that's an excuse to not get this done, because I need to be out there working. But like I said, when there's people around me and I'm talking and I'm not by myself, I'm fine. When I'm here by myself, it puts me in a very sad place. But anyway, it's been a hard week. I think sometimes I have unrealistic expectations of myself, and I put so much on my plate that I set myself up for failure, and then I beat myself up. And I guess that's a lot of what's been going on. We had a very traumatic experience in our county. I would say in our school system, although it wasn't on school property, we had something very traumatic happen with a couple of our students, and my heart breaks for both students for multiple reasons. And you can look our local news up and you can read all about it. I just don't really feel like I can talk a whole lot about it because I live with Heather and she's a teacher. So don't want to say anything that would get her in trouble, but there's that. And then Lexi went to the doctor Tuesday, and she's having some super high blood pressure problems, and that scares me and it worries me. I feel like I've had to take a break from everything else and help her. And that's my number one priority in life, is my kids. No matter what, no matter which kid, what's going on, I will drop every single thing I'm doing to be with my kids and to help my kids. And I did that this week too. We were talking the other day, her and I looked at her and I was like, everything's going to be fine. No matter what, we've got this. It's going to be fine. God's got this. We've got this. There's nothing that can touch us that doesn't go through his hands first. Nothing is a surprise to him that happens to us. And we've got this. She looked at me and I said, you know what? When everybody else was speaking miscarriage, what if we were speaking, it's not going to happen. God's given us this baby for a reason, and it's okay. He's got this. Everything's going to be fine. We're going to do this nursery, and we're going to do this and that. And we're not going to live in fear, and we're not going to even let miscarriage enter our mind. Baby's happy and healthy and extremely fine. She was playing with her toes in her ultrasound. She is a girl for sure, but she is happy, healthy, fine. But Mama's got some blood pressure issues, and I never experienced blood pressure issues. I do know with having 4 babies what can come along with that, and I know sometimes that's premature birth and things like that, but I'm trusting that he sees everything that we don't. He can take care of something as small as blood pressure problems. So I'm putting all my trust in him, and it's going to be okay. That's just a little bit of what we've been dealing with this week on top of everything else. I guess I wouldn't be human if I said I wasn't overwhelmed, and it happens to the best of us. But I'm trusting that he has a plan. He makes no mistakes. It's going to be okay.
I know it's been a struggle. I know you've had some pain. I know you're feeling tired, held down by all the weight. Yeah, I know you're feeling lonely. feel like you've lost your way. Yeah. Don't give up, no, don't give in. Never lose hope, don't let go of the promise. It ain't done yet, he's got a plan. Watch him rain down, got a miracle. Watch him rain down, got a miracle. I can see the strength inside you. Child, you're putting up a fight. Oh, you're stronger than you think you are. Yeah, you're gonna be alright. You're accepted, loved, and valued. Beautiful, you're shining bright. Yeah, you're living, breathing, moving. You can hold your head up high. Don't give up, no, don't give in. Never lose hope.
Hey guys, it's the next day. I think the last thing y'all seen me do was painting at my brother's. I painted more on his kitchen cabinets, but I wanted to show you guys. I've been working on t-shirts. I have t-shirt orders out my rear. It's like everybody wants t-shirts now, and you know, it's money, so okay. Anyway, I took a break yesterday afternoon. That's why I kept the cabinets a little short. I went to Cracker Barrel with my mom and Debbie because Debbie's granddaughter works there. So it was like family and friends day and you got 45% off. So I was going to show you all a little bit of what I got. So I took a break from t-shirts and painting and all that. And I went and did, well, I was going to do Christmas shopping. Really didn't find anything except some things for the baby. I don't know if everybody's got a Cracker Barrel or if that's just a southern thing. I'm not sure. But they have a gift shop and it's really cool. They have some unique things. So I got Heather this. And it's got Grinch things on the sleeve. And then that's what the back looks like. She does so much for my kids and buys them everything that they don't need. So I picked that up for her. So that was $19.99. I ended up getting an extra $10 off as well because her granddaughter had like all these rewards and she had to use them or she'd lose them. So I got 45% off everything and then an extra $10 off. So this was, where is the receipt? So this shirt was $19.99. It ended up being $10.10. So can't beat that for a long sleeve Grinch shirt. Even though I guess I could have made one. We got baby girl. Yes, this is 12 months. And Heather, you know, is a huge Tennessee fan. So she's been wanting to get her a little cheerleading outfit. This was $34.99 and we ended up getting it for $17 because her daddy is a firefighter. This was $9.99. We ended up getting it for $5.05. I got her a cute little pair of socks. So these were $8.99. They ended up being $4.50. I got her all of the Care Bears. These were $9.99. They ended up being $5. I got her Raggedy Ann and Andy. I thought Lexi loved Raggedy Ann dolls. She said they creeped her out, so these may be staying here. I don't know. I thought they were cute. These were $19.99. Ended up getting them for $9. Last but not least, cowgirl boots. These were $19.99. I ended up paying $9 for them with the 45% off and then the extra $10. So those are so stinking cute. So anyway, that was a little haul and I'm going to make some t-shirts. So I thought you guys might want to hang out with me for a little bit. My cousin, I know you don't mind for me telling you this, but he had lost custody of his kids. He was on drugs, sleeping in his car, OD'd in the hospital. Terrible. Honestly, in my opinion, I thought he was a hopeless cause. But that's when God shows up and makes somebody out of a nobody, and that's what he's done. So he owns his own business now. He and he ordered a bunch of t-shirts. A bunch of people that Heather worked with at school has ordered a bunch of t-shirts, and yeah, so he wanted his company name just like right here and then on the back, but for his kids he wanted something kind of, he just said put their name on the front, put his company logo on the back. But I wanted to do something fun for him, so this is his little boy shirt, Waylon, and that is his company. That is his company logo on the back. So I've got some of them half done, some of them completely done, some of them not done at all. So I need to get busy because I've got so much to do. I'm going to Shonda's to help her decorate her porch. I've got to finish cabinets. I've got to finish all these t-shirts. We have no clean clothes. And I need to clean this house because it's nasty. I do mean nasty. So got my Cricut set up over here. Got a mess from where I've weeded all that out. Cutting something like this is easy. If you guys have a Cricut, you know, you just peel the transfer tape off. All this stuff basically comes off. On the other hand, cutting things like this, you have to get a little tool and weed out all the inside stuff. And this little sheet alone took me probably 30 minutes, no joke. It's a lot. But, and I'm new at this. So, got a heat press over here. Honestly, I know I told you guys I was going to make this my little editing corner with my desk and my laptop. But now that I have the Cricut over here, just let me show you. But now that I have the Cricut, it's just, I'm packed. And I'm in this little corner. I'm trying to weed all this stuff out. And if you think I should put each little tiny piece of this in the trash can instead of throwing it on the floor, it would take all day long. But anyway, I'm going to get all these shirts done. But what I started to tell you is his dispatcher wants shirts now. So I don't know where all this is going with t-shirts. I really don't want to make a business out of that because this takes away from YouTube, and I love doing YouTube. I love it. I'm not going to YouTube doing shirts because that's really boring. But maybe I can work a few shirts in here and there and then still do my, 90 other things on YouTube. So anyway, if this is not something you're interested in, I understand. I ain't either. But I gotta get these done. If I continue to do shirts like this, I think I'm gonna move upstairs. Get a bigger desk, get a table for all this. This is just not practical. I have no room. I'm trashing this room, which I do pick up after myself when I'm done, but it is trashing this room. But it is fun. There's all kinds of different things on my Cricut. You can make like hundreds of thousands of different designs, t-shirt designs, hats, anything you want, things for the wall, whatever. So it is really neat. You can kind of go down a rabbit hole like I did. Like his daughter Hadley got the unicorn, and Colt got a four-wheeler. Camber got the unicorn as well. I still need to put their stuff on the back, but you can see where I'm going with this. It's like, this took me forever because you layer it. So you'll put your bottom color first. It all prints out separate. You have to weed it separate. You have to heat press it separate. It's just a whole ordeal. So it's just a lot, but it is super fun. It really is. On the bright side, I've already made the money back that my Cricut cost me in like a day. So, it is income. It is extra money. And it helps people out that can't afford shirts, expensive shirts. It did help him out because, of course, I didn't charge him a whole lot because he's family. My mom asked me if I enjoyed this, and I was like, it is nerve-wracking, really. It kind of makes me irritable after I've done it so long. I'm like ready to pull my hair out. But, like I said, it's extra money, so.
Started out just like a lovely story. You were mine and we were really happy. Came around when I was pretty lonely. Glad you found someone that I could be with. Never ever really crossed my mind that you were just hanging around. Never ever really
honestly feel like I done these t-shirts the same way that I've done my brother's cabinets. It was just like a shirt here or there, or I would print some of the words and then weed some of the vinyl and then come back later and put a few things on a shirt, maybe do the front and not finish the back, and just did it as I had time. And when I do things like that, I feel like I don't get it done. I feel like I dread it, even though it's fun. It was so much fun for me. I can make fun projects seem dreadful, seem to be like almost a burden without being a burden, if that makes sense. I can just turn something that's so much fun into something that's not, and I don't want to do that. I didn't buy this Cricut to make shirts like for a business. We bought this just to have it, like to put decals on a wall for home projects or things like that, you know, just for fun. But I do like helping people. When he asked me if I would do his company shirts, make him some shirts, I was like, absolutely, because if there's one person in this whole wide world that I'm the most proud of, it's him. Like I told you earlier, he was on drugs really, really bad. Honestly, we didn't have a good relationship. There were times I didn't speak to him for years. I was disappointed in him. I grew up really close to him and I had higher expectations than that. But I've had to learn throughout the years that addiction is real. It is a choice. It is. It's a choice the first time, I believe. But after that, I think that it's an addiction. It's a problem. It's something that have to be very strong-minded just to lay it down and stop. And that's what he did. He had been in and out of rehab. It had did him no good. He gave his life to the Lord, and he no longer had a need for drugs, and I'm so proud of him. He had lost custody of his kids. He has full custody of those kids back. He has other kids that he shares custody with, and you know, she's a great mom, he's a great dad, and they do really good sharing custody of those kids. But he does have 2 little girls that he has full, complete custody of, and it takes a strong person to pull yourself out of that, where he was and where he is now. I feel like there's a point in your life where it snowballs if you do something wrong, or you get arrested for this, or you have an addiction here or there. I feel like your life can just snowball. It just adds and you just spiral out of control. And I feel like that's where he was. But I seen him pick himself up and clean his life up. And yes, for a while I was skeptical. I was like, you have to prove that. And he has. He's been clean for years. He got custody of his kids back. He is an extremely hard worker. He's on the road for days and days and days at a time while his wife is at home with the kids. And that's really cool of her to take care of those kids by herself. She's like a single mom to an extent a lot of days, and that takes a lot too. But I'm so proud of him, so proud of where he was, where he's came from. He is a walking testimony that when rehab doesn't work and when trying it on your own doesn't work, giving it to the Lord will work. And I'm so proud of him. Can't put into words how proud I am of him. So when he asked me if I would make him some t-shirts for his own little company that he has, I wanted to do that for him. For sure, that's something he's proud of. That's something I'm proud of. He's worked so hard. He has been through so much with his own company. He has really been through it, and he's overcame so much adversity and kept on going. And I told him, there was one time when I was doing his mom's house, he was having a hard day, and I called him and I said, you know what, if it wasn't good and if it wasn't from God, the devil wouldn't fight you like he is. Just that the devil's fighting you and that you're getting knocked down every which way you turn, that tells me you're doing something right. So he pushed through, he persevered, and he is an amazing, amazing testimony of what God can do with your life if you'll let him.
I can feel there is somebody here, and he's watching over me tonight as he takes away my fears, lets me know there's a heaven up there. Yeah, he's reaching out his hand to me to wash away my tears. Oh, I know you and I praise you. Got my arms open for your love. Oh, I want to be near you. I hear rain
They sing hallelujah. They sing hallelujah. I can see though my eyes are all closed. Yeah, he gives me strength to carry on and always lets me know that I'm fine just the way he made me. Every perfect imperfection is all because of him. Oh, I know you and I praise you. Got my arms open for your love. They sing hallelujah. They sing hallelujah. Oh, they sing hallelujah.
This house had just caught the tail end of decorating for Christmas, and I had spilt wax on the floor. That's what you seen me scraping up from the wax warmer, and we had totes that we needed to take back out and just all the things, and I'm behind on laundry. Our kitchen was trashed. It just always seems like something piles up somewhere for me to do, whether it's a project or the house being clean or just trying to get clothes cleaned, throwing them in the dryer like 30 minutes before it's time to walk out the door for school. It's just, I feel so behind sometimes. There's some days that I feel like I can do it all and I can conquer the world, and there's some days that I'm just so overwhelmed that I don't feel like I can do it. I don't know if you guys feel that way sometimes or not. But anyway, I wanted to go ahead and read my devotional to you guys, and today's is A Quiet Place, November 11th, and it is Mark 6:31. Have you ever tried to rest in a noisy place or with people constantly running in and out of a room? Jesus and his disciples were in one of those busy environments. There was such a constant stream of people coming and going that they couldn't eat, much less rest. That's when Jesus had an idea. He told them to come with him to a quiet place so they could get some rest. There's something about a quiet place that provides healing, physically, emotionally, and spiritually. When was the last time you could be still? Where could you rest? Where could you spend uninterrupted time with God? Time with Jesus provides a rest that we can't get any other way. The Bible says that our mouths say what's in our hearts. When our hearts are full of turmoil, stress, anxiety, unkind words will erupt. We'll hurl impatient words at those we love. But when our hearts are full from quiet time with Jesus, his sweetness will overflow in all we do. When was the last time you spent some quiet moments with God? I definitely feel like that's where I'm at right now. Like I said, I've did this voiceover a few times just to try to not be so vulnerable. Try to show so much emotion. I know when I was talking about Jake in the beginning of the video, it was all I could do not to cry, and there were so many times I repeated that sentence just to try to make it sound like I wasn't crying, and I was like, you know what, they're friends and they love me and they'll pray for me. Just like Lexi having blood pressure problems, being pregnant, she's never had blood pressure problems before, and it's scary. It is. I mean, we're human, and I know we feel those emotions even when we trust God to his fullest. I didn't know whether to mention anything about her having some complications and further testing and all that. But then I've learned too through YouTube and having you guys as friends that there are so many of you that take time out of your day to pray for me. And there's so many times I can feel your prayers. There's so many times you guys have messaged me or text me at the very minute I needed it. And I know that you guys will be praying. I believe that there's power in numbers. So if you don't mind, say a prayer for her and for that sweet baby, that all is well, that he'll see her through through. He's a big God. He's bigger than blood pressure problems. He's bigger than a home project. He's bigger than divorce or separation. He's bigger than addiction. He's bigger than all things. And I'm so thankful that when I feel like I can't do it, and when I feel like I'm alone, and no matter what, all your failures, when I just feel uncertain, I know that He's good, and I know that He loves me. I know that I'm His, and I know that He'll see me through, and He'll see her through. He'll see this baby through. But at the same time, it's human of us to be afraid and to worry. I do think those feelings are real, and sometimes they're necessary, because if they didn't worry us and we didn't feel it, I don't think we'd take it to the Lord. Just like this week was so hectic, I've seen Heather cry over students, and I've seen her hurt. She's such a good teacher, and she puts her whole heart into her job, and she works at an alternative school, so she sees kids that are troubled, and she sees kids that have just made a little mistake, and she loves them through it, but she's seen kids that have made big mistakes, and there's just so many things that go into that job, and she puts her whole heart into it. She worries. She loves those kids so much, and it hurts her heart, and it's just been one of those weeks. But we wouldn't know how good He is on good weeks if we didn't have weeks like this. So if you've had a week like this too, you're not alone. If you've had a great week, you need to thank God for His blessings, because He's good. We never know day to day what we're going to face. And I'm just thankful I have Him to turn to, and that I know that He'll be with me every step of the way. And He may not, but I know that He can. Thank you for being here. Flash is laying here next to me, so if you hear him whining in the background, that is why he is laying there going to sleep, but it sounds like he's whining as he's laying there. But anyway, I love you guys. I appreciate you. I really do. Remember that Jesus loves you no matter what. Unconditionally, He loves you, and He's good. He is good. But I will see you guys in the next one. I go to Lexi's and clean her house and help her out a little bit. I've already got that filmed. That was yesterday, so I'm going to edit that as soon as I can and throw that up for you guys and just show you a little bit of what I did for her, helping her and her husband, and, just trying to give back a little bit. Nothing I wouldn't do for my kids. But I love you, and I'll see you in the next one.
Wandering and fading, I know there is something more than this. I think I am ready for doing some changing. Oh God, there is something more than this. You can have all the world. I wanna be a shining light, that shows through the darkness, the fire burning in the night. Be a home for the world so broken. Be a friend to the lonely, the joy that He showed me. Make the broken things new. Yeah, the only home for you and I wanna have the heart of Jesus. Yeah.